Hi, everybody. Welcome, ecoGirlChat family. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Happy spring, everyone. I hope that no matter where you're viewing this from, you're having a great sunshiny day with beautiful weather. I'm happy to be here. This is Jen Muller representing the Northeast, and I got my colleague Lesley up in Canada. And we have a special guest here today. Pedro, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Pedro Machado. I work here with Jen and Lesley here at ecoprintQ. They tell me I'm the implementation director, but I like to do a lot of different things here at ecoprintQ. I'm somebody that a lot of our customers or resellers can reach out to for assistance and information on things we do here at Eco.
Thank you, Pedro. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, we don't know you very well. You know, we work with you every day for years. This, in particular, Lesley and I have worked with you for so long, but we work remotely. We don't get to see each other in person very often, so we don't really know you. And we didn't really know what questions to ask you on this interview today. We got together, we were like, what? I don't even really know. It's like you're a stranger. So it gave us an idea for our first question. We're going to ask you, Pedro, how do you start conversations with strangers?
Oh, that's a great question. So at least personally, I think it's important to, show yourself as a confident person, right? So, for example, if you need to speak with a stranger, like a good way to start a conversation is, look around, see what commonalities you guys have, and just start talking. I mean, if there's somebody at an event or something, and you want to have a conversation with them, just talk about, hey, how did you get out here to the event? And I think you just have to start talking. That's my advice, at least.
That's great advice, and I guess we're doing that right now.
Pedro, how did you get into our industry?
So I started with Eco, I think about 8 or 9 years ago, but into the industry, I've been in the industry for probably 17 years. I wasn't in the industry before that. I used to do manual labor. I was a granite fabricator. And when my wife became pregnant with my first son, I decided to go back to school. Me and her had a long conversation, and I went back to school while she was pregnant with my son. And right around the time he was 1 year old, I graduated, and I just jumped into the IT field. Started working at a copier company first. So I was there for about 8 years, and then met Ever and Alfredo, and the rest is history, as they say.
Love at first meeting.
Yep.
So Pedro, you just said something that makes me lead into my next question. So you went to school and got a degree before you started working at ecoprintQ in our field?
That's correct.
So what is more important to you then? Do you think that a degree is more important, or do you think real life experience is more important?
I don't think there's one over the other, to be honest with you. I think it's important to have both, and you have to have that balance. For my particular scenario, I use myself as an example. I have a lot of experience. I've experienced a lot of different things in my days. I wouldn't have been able to get that first job without my degree.
Right.
So the degree got me in the door. My personality and my experience got me to where I'm at. So I think it's important, especially for the younger generation. You have to find that path. You have to think about what it is you want to do, and if you have no idea about what you want to do, stay in school, finish that up. If something better comes along, or something that it's going to dictate your future or direct you in a certain way, then take that chance. I mean, life's all about chances, but there's nothing I could have done to get to where I'm at without the degree that I got. So it's a little bit of both. And without that experience, and even that real life experience, you can have all the degrees in the world. If you don't have any experience, then you're just going to be a rookie forever.
Yeah. I think it's tougher for companies to take chances on people sometimes, right? If they don't know them, or they don't have the experience to back up their degree sometimes. I think a lot of the younger generation are stuck in that now, where they're like, no one will take a chance on me.
Yep. So absolutely. The degree gets you in the door, but the experience and the personality, that's That's the other thing. You can
Mhm.
have no experience and have a fantastic, very outgoing personality, and you could talk your way out of no experience, to be honest with you.
Wait a second. Oh no, we're in sales, and I hate that line. You just reminded me of the fake it till
Mhm.
you make it.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
but there's
Yeah.
truth behind that
You
line.
think
There is
so?
truth. I do think so. Sometimes you have to play the part to get to where you need to be. Now, there's a difference between faking it till you make it. I think that's that second part, right? You have to make it, right? You can
Yeah.
fake it at first. You can only fake it for so long.
Yeah.
So you can, again, the degree is another example of that. You got the degree. How did you get the degree? It doesn't matter. You got the degree.
Right.
That
Right.
got you. That
I
got
just
you in the
printed it.
door.
We just printed this really nice degree over on our, I'm just kidding. Hot off the presses.
The paper's
Awesome.
still warm.
I know. Oh, I love
Um,
that.
Hey, Pedro, I have another question for you. Who or what inspires you?
Who or what inspired me? That's a good question. I promise not to get emotional like some of the guys that we've interviewed in the past.
Aw, we love that though, don't we, Lesley?
You're being raw, yeah, and real.
Yeah, that's what we want.
For me, it's kind of simple. I'm a very family-oriented person. I grew up with my mom and my sister. My father passed away when I was really young, so it was always just us. So if I looked at and answered a question like that, like who or what inspires me, I take pieces from everybody in my family. My mom was always a real big inspiration for me. She helped me, understand what's important in life. And then after that, my wife, Maria, I mean, if it wasn't for her, I would have never made the decisions that I've made to be where I'm at. And, meeting her and being with her and building the life that we've built, she brought to me my kids, and today some of my biggest inspirations are my kids. I am forced to see myself within my kids and identify things that I need to fix. And I think that there's no better inspiration for somebody like their own family and trying to be that example for them. And that's not for everybody. Some people don't find that important, but I do. And I try to live my life like that. What I'm doing today is going to affect my future. And I need to do right, not only by them, but I need to do right for my older self. Everything I do today is going to affect me in the future. So I not only owe it to my family, but I owe it to myself to take care of myself, make the right decisions, and keep moving forward in a positive manner.
I love that. Love that.
You beat me to it, Lesley. Our line here at ecoChannel is, I love that.
Mhm.
I love when someone
It's
says
true.
something we love so much. I
It's
do love
true.
that though. And I think a lot of the people that we've interviewed so far have said that it's their family that they find inspirational. But you said something new that you want to make your old self kind of proud, and you remember where you were and where you're going, and you always look back to
Mhm.
make sure you're still advancing and your children give you that view. I love that. That's really
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I
Yeah. I
think
mean,
that's
Yeah.
really inspirational.
thank you.
Very.
Thank you. I know a lot of people, they like to talk about, all these celebrity figures and all these famous people that are inspirations, and yeah, I think we all have that, but realistically there's that every day, right? Every
Yeah.
day you have to find inspirations in your everyday life, and you can take pieces of things from everywhere and from everybody, but I really feel that personally a person is built by who they surround themselves with, and that could be you know actual family or friends that are family. I mean, I think all that kind of plays into it and it all ties together.
Absolutely. Awesome. So, Jen, I know we've got another episode coming up. We'll be syncing up in about a month's time again and regrouping with another exciting guest. And thanks, Pedro, for your time today. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you
Pedro,
girls
you
so much.
inspired us. We want to be
Awesome.
Very
surrounded
much.
by you, Pedro.
Thank you guys for thinking about me for this episode of Girl Chat. I am an avid viewer of all your episodes, so I'm honored to be on here, and I am a subscriber. So if you're watching this, please make sure you subscribe to this.
We're YouTubers now. Like and subscribe, or whatever they say. Thanks, everybody.
Pedro.
Have a great
Thanks,
day.
everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.